Let's move down. We're going to get started. Okay, we're going to start off with open forum. Anybody would like to utilize open forum at the moment? My bad. Yeah.
Hey guys, thanks so much for having us. My name is Catherine Parslow, and I just wanted to come introduce myself really quickly because I will be serving this year as the Executive Director of Schools Council. So I'm really excited to be stepping into this role and to really be able to use the next year as a means of bridging the gap between Schools Council and both Senate and Cabinet. We are really excited to begin forming closer relationships between all of the members of Schools Council with each of you specifically. So I really encourage you over the next week to reach out to the presidents and vice presidents of your schools council for your college or school, and just go ahead and let them know that you are excited to be working with them this year, because we are really going to be focusing on bridging the relationship between you guys and what they're going to be doing and the goals that they have, as well as what you guys are already working on. So I'm excited for that, and then also go ahead and give them a heads up that I will be contacting them within the next week, so just let them know to be on the lookout for some emails from me. But we are really excited for the next year and excited to get
announcement is for anyone that you might know who is in the College of Liberal Arts. Applications for our school's council are out. If you have friends that are in liberal arts and they might be interested in kind of dipping their feet into SGA, getting involved, we have positions for Director of Outreach, Director of Programs, Director of Public Relations, as well as a Secretary. So if they're at all interested or you have anyone that's coming to mind, tell them to go on and get involved. Sign in, go to the College of Liberal Arts Schools Council page. Scroll down to the bottom, and in the documents section, there's the application. It has all the instructions, lays out everything about the Schools Council. It's a great way to get involved if you know anyone who's in the College of Liberal Arts and looking to do so. That application is due April 5th at midnight. That's a week from this coming Friday. So still got a little bit of time, but just wanted to get that out there. If you have anyone on your mind that might be interested in that, please tell them and share that with them. Another thing I want to announce, this is very near and dear to the hearts of my family. I lost my brother to suicide at the end of my freshman year. And this coming Sunday, on Sunday, March 31st, is the Out of Darkness Campus Walk. And so that is to bring light to suicide. Their goal is to reduce the annual suicide rate by 20% by 2025. And so I know that everyone in this room can think of someone, whether it be friend, family, coworker, fellow student, someone you may know who has either been affected by suicide with their family or friend, or who has been a victim of suicide. So I really encourage you guys to come out and walk. Really just show support for wanting to bring suicide into the light and show it for what it is, and it's a mental health issue. And so I really encourage you guys, if you know anyone or want to come out and support, registration starts at 1 p.m. this Sunday here on the campus green, and the walk will be at 2. Things will wrap up around 4 o'clock, so if you're at all interested in that, you want to bring constituents, family, friends, people that you've done something like this with in the past, please come out and support. I really encourage you guys to come out and show support for those who might be experiencing or going through this.
Hey everyone, my name is Kara Brooks, if I have not met y'all yet, and I'm here today because I am one of the assistant vice presidents of programs this year over at Freshman Forum and Coming in Family Fridays. And pretty simple, I just want to let y'all know that my goal for this year is that individuals walk away from these programs and feeling either encouraged, uplifted, celebrated, or empowered. And so thank you so much for having me here.
Hey, what's up, y'all? My name is Watts. I'll be serving as the Assistant Vice President for External Affairs this upcoming year. Part of External Affairs, if you don't know much about it, our main goal for this upcoming year is to be boosting voter turnout, getting people more politically engaged on campus. It's going to be a big year in 2020 with both the Senate election in our state and presidential election. So we're going to do all we can to kind of maximize that turnout, make sure people are aware and know everything about kind of get ready for that election. It's a big deal. Also, a new thing we're going to have this year is a new little civic engagement branch, which will be reaching out to groups that have been maybe passed over or not been in contact with SGA as much. So if you have any groups that you feel like might want to be a part of that, whether that's minority groups or like political groups, really anything, we're trying to use that as a branch for External Affairs to kind of be a face of SGA to these groups that have not seen it yet, and to kind of expand that reach and see what everybody needs from SGA, because there's a lot of groups that have not been serviced by SGA, and we want to bring that up next year. So again, thank y'all so much, and enjoy the rest.
Bennett, and I'll be serving as AVP of Feedback and Assessment. And so my main goal this year is to really work to get the student pulse on issues that SGA can deal with, and really relay that to Senate and to other groups to make sure that SGA is serving the needs of every student on this campus.
What Eagle?
Or
Okay, hey, my name is Delaney Jeter, and I'm going to be serving this year as Assistant Vice President of Communication communication and marketing for programs and finance. And kind of my goal for this year is really making sure that we're branding and marketing each of the programs equally this year through social media, online newsletters, etc. So hopefully, if I haven't met you yet, I get to. And thank y'all so much for what you do. Hey, I'm Catherine. Back to I'm serving as the Assistant Vice President of Programs this year over Heyday, Good Week, and Spring Programming. And kind of my main goal is just to keep solidifying programs that are already such great opportunities like Heyday, and just continue to grow on newer programs like Good Week and Programming, and just kind of trying to reach new points and points in those programs. And thank you for having me.
Okay, hey y'all, my name is Brooke Bellum, and this year I am serving as the Assistant Vice President for Campus Life. And so that's over housing, dining, and health and wellness. So my goal this year is just to make sure that my team is constantly aware of the issues on campus and making sure that we are continuously working hard to advocate for students and their needs. Thank you.
Hey, real quick, is that a copy first? Sorry. Maybe orange, black.
Got it.
Is there anybody else that would like to utilize open forum? Is this a background on maybe why they came in here? Technically, positions like that and the executive vice presidents that have come up over the past couple weeks have to be confirmed by Senate 2/3 vote. That was for a vote on it. So I just wanted to make sure people knew that is one reason why they probably came here to show their face and give you some of their goals and ideas. All right. So if no one else want to utilize open forum? All right, next we're going to move to roll call. So at this time, please click in the roll call, press A.
Yeah, you did it earlier, press it one more time.
You see it? The ones that like are in your seat are the ones that you like you're not gonna have. Yeah, no, y'all. Oh, it's on now. That was Anybody else that needs to click in? Or had any issues? Anybody else have issues besides singing language? No. Okay. And then did yours end up working? Okay. So that's next we're going to move to reports of officers. I'm the Hunter.
Hey y'all, my name's Hunter. I see some new faces in here. I just want to reintroduce myself. I'll be serving as treasurer this year. I wanted to bring y'all a quick update on the convenience fee that Auburn sent out a couple weeks ago, and they provided further explanation this past week with another email from, you get it at, it's like evo@auburn.edu. So that is a 2.85% increase, or it's called a convenience fee, and basically what this fee does is it covers the cost of a credit card transaction. Historically, it's considered a cost of business. So like when you go to Target or Walmart, you're going to use your credit card, and they're going to basically eat that cost. And ultimately, it's costing Auburn about $3.2 million a year to eat this fee. So what they're doing is basically they're saying, if you want to pay with a credit card, you're going to pay this convenience fee. Otherwise, you can set up a direct deposit from your bank account, and this will get rid of that fee. So there is a way to pay for it without the fee, because I'm out of state, I'm from Mississippi. If I paid my full e-bill with a credit card, that would be about a $600 convenience fee for me, which no one wants to pay that. But saying that, administration is very open to hearing our input, and that's kind of where I need you guys to be the hands and feet. So we want to garner feedback from students to figure out what payment options like people would like to see, because we want to accommodate all students, those international students, out-of-state students, in-state students, students that want to pay in advance, students that can't pay in advance, and students that want to pay on time. really making sure that we are being aware of every student's accommodations. For finances, because not everybody can pay their full e-bill, and we don't want to force people to put it on credit cards and pay that fee. So we're going to be working with outreach to make sure that we're garnering student feedback correctly, and the fee's actually being pushed back to December of 2019 instead of April of this year. So we do have some time to voice our opinion to administration, but just wanted to make y'all aware of that, because I know I've gotten a lot of questions about it from different organizations. So if y'all hear anything about that, y'all know like that 2.85%, we're aware of it and we're making sure that we're voicing student opinion. Does anybody have any questions before I go? All right, sweet. My email is hunter.short@auburn.edu. If you have any questions or have anybody that needs a question answered, shoot me an email. I'm normally pretty quick at responding, but hunter.short@auburn.edu. Thanks, guys.
All right, hey everyone, like Hunter, I'm going to go ahead and reintroduce myself for any new faces. So I'm Jack Wilbanks, and I will be serving as EVP of Communications and Marketing, pending you guys' confirmation. And just kind of an update, I wanted to say thank you to everyone for helping promote cabinet applications these past few weeks across social media. And then just for future, I want to encourage all of you, anytime you see Auburn SGA post anything on Facebook or Instagram, first, if you don't follow us or like us, go ahead and do that after the meeting is over. But second, anytime we post, make sure you like, comment, share, etc. Because the more interactions we have, the higher those posts will go in the algorithms of all of our followers, and we can engage with more people. So just kind of wanted to leave you guys with that. And then also, I've talked about having a little materials for you guys to use and hand out whenever you're at events, like working in Auburn Answers Live station in KA, which is going to be happening soon. I don't know if Carlos has talked to you guys about that, but we're ordering these little identification cards, general about Senate. In the back will have your contact information to hand out for you guys. So hope to have that in soon.
Hey guys, I'm Catherine Neal. I'm serving as Executive Vice President for Maine. So today I want to talk about Auburn Answers Live. So that is during Creed Week, the Monday of Creed Week. We've been talking about it a little bit. But we're actually going to do an open sign up right now to go ahead and get those slots full to make sure that we're showing the student body that their senators are willing and ready to serve them. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of go through each time and location, so if you can just shout out your name.
What day is this?
Yes, this is the Monday, April Monday 8th. Okay, thank you. So, louder, 7:40 to 8:50.
Yeah, the setup is kind of like, as you see, it's set up in separate, like in terms of where your college is or who you represent, so they can get, like, put a name to or face to your name or whatever the case may be, and you can be directly working with those students. So even I know nursing, you don't really, there's no point of really having a one-on way out there. So if you want to tag along with Haley or Tishman or whatever, but you know, it would be nice if you're in the area for a class a lot or something, you can do that too. But if it's your business or whatever you major in business for at large, whatever the case might be, you kind of would correlate that. SCA, COSAM, all the above. So yeah, you can go ahead and
Awesome, and just to clarify, that is 7:40 a.m. And you will be passing out donuts, so you'll have your reason to put them off. Sounds exciting. So louder, 7:40. You can do it. Please shout out your name.
yeah.
Caroline Willoughby. Okay, who else can?
Same time.
Okay.
No, Wagner.
Brett Wagner, did I hear right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, 8:50 to 9:50.
James Sadie.
James Sadie. Okay, anyone else with James?
Wells Rutland.
Walls Rutland. Anyone else? Cool. 9:50 to 10:50. Cat Brian. Anyone else with Cat? Okay. Shelby Center, 7:40.
Landon Kramer.
Will. Oh, sorry.
7:40. Anyone else for that? Okay, 8:50, 9:50, petitioning.
I can do that.
Anyone else for that time slot? Cool, and then 9:50 and 50. You're good.
Tedman Wallace.
Okay. And then what's the rest of it? Okay, and then Haley's in there. Oh, that's so neat. Love that. So, okay.
Thursday.
Yeah, I need 7:40 though.
I will be able to get it 7:45 to 8:50. I can do 8:50 to 9.
Oh. 24 for that one. And then anyone need 9:50 and 50?
Oh, I can do that.
Okay.
But I can't do the 7:45 to 8:50, I'm sorry. I just raised my hand because Sam had raised his hand.
You're good.
We can see if our, like, president, vice president can do.
Yes.
Yes, they should be able to. I'll let you know.
We can get it and just email to y'all. Thank y'all so much for doing this. I'm excited for y'all to be able to engage with students and really get these conversations going. And then my second announcement is on behalf of Julie, who's unfortunately not able to be here tonight. So Safety Walk is approaching, you know the date of Safety Walk? April 15th. And so we're asking senators and cabinet to serve as captains for that, so it's kind of leading the Safety Walk. So Carlos is going to send out an email with a link to sign up for that. But I would encourage you to sign up and help lead that. And we'll be able to interact with lots of content as well. So awesome opportunity. But thanks all.
Hey y'all, just a quick update that cabinet interviews are happening this week. Hopefully you shared that graphic so you were aware of that. But just wanted to keep y'all updated that we will be holding those interviews this week and making those selections. So those hopefully will be in place by this weekend. So we're really excited for that, and then we're gonna hit the ground running and have our first cabinet this next Monday. So just a heads up so you know what's going on the cabinet end, but we're excited to start collaborating once everyone is in their position. So I hope you'll have a good night. Thanks.
All right, is that all for officers? Yeah. Okay, now we're moving reports from colleges, starting with at large.
None at large. Just one thing, UPC is having their concert. Band Camino, 6:30 p.m. Cater Long. So that's 6:30 Thursday. So y'all get out there, meet friends out there. Here it's pretty good music. I think Carol will be about this kind of thing. I don't really know. Y'all get out there.
Agriculture.
Hawkins Agriculture. So this week is Ag Week, and it's basically where we celebrate the college of ag and the agriculture industry. And we're having events every single day. But our main outreach event is this Thursday. It's going to be on the green space, and we'll have free food. There's going to be fans, petting zoo, there's a bunch of events, and there's going to be over 25 vendors and booths set up. So if you don't really know anything about ag, come out. It'll be really fun. Last year we had over like 1,200 people, so we're really hoping for more. But if y'all have any questions, just feel free to ask us.
Date and time.
It's Thursday, 11 to 2. So we'll be out there the whole time. So, but yeah, feel free to come and just like spread the word as well. But yeah, thanks.
All right, business.
Sadie business, just kind of for those students who do have classes that might be outside of the business school, Louder's under some heavy construction on the inside as well as the continued construction on the graduate business building. So when you're in there, asking for some patience as it's a few hallways are blocked off and you have to walk all the way around. A couple stairwells are not in use either, but really excited, looking forward to the completion of that. And also just kind of something that I've experienced, and this thing goes for all students. When you're at that four-way crosswalk at Donahue and Magnolia, please be extremely careful because people are cutting across, not where the crosswalk is, and it's pretty close to where the fence is on that corner and you can't see around. So just please
C.
Rutland, CADC. Hey everybody, just want to say I'm super excited. President Smith informed me that our school vice president and president have been selected. I've been talking to former Senator Ms. Bentley about just things that I can continue in CADC and everything. So if you have any friends that are in CADC or anything, please shoot them my number if they have any feedback. I'd love to sit down with them and get the ball rolling. So.
Co-Sam?
Taylor, Co-Sam. So we finally selected our officers and council for the rest of the year, and so our meetings are Tuesday morning at 7. If any of y'all want to get up and have any concerns about Co-Sam. And also, Co-Sam is really awesome at the end of the year to celebrate our students' accomplishments with research fairs and scholarship dinners. So if you guys ever have any questions on how to celebrate your students in your respective schools about that, just come and talk to us, because it's a really cool opportunity that we get to do in Co-Sam to celebrate all the students.
Engineering?
BD Engineering. So this week, the engineering college used enrollment statistics to divide the 10 different departments of engineering pretty evenly between the senators. We did this because there's specific emails for each engineering college department, and each senator can then email a student in their department, so every student will have access to our numbers and our emails in case of any emails.
Forestry and wildlife? Grad school?
Grad school, just a couple of quick updates. So last week we had the graduate school or graduate student forum with with Dean Flowers last week. So essentially we had like a lunch, and he spoke about us grad school stuff. And we got to do like a Q&A session with him as well, which is nice, and he answered a lot of questions. Another thing to keep in mind, I know not grad students in here, but the last week in April, so like the 22nd to the 26th, is going to be Graduate Student Appreciation Week. So I mean, anyone can go to these events, honestly. But there will be events that we're still coming up with right now throughout that week, so I'll kind of keep you all posted once we get those nailed down.
Human sciences?
Huntley Human Sciences. So I kind of shared this with people who may have been in the room for the previous Senate term, but our dean, who has served in the College of Human Sciences for years, is retiring this year. So we are currently in the process of selecting a new dean. So we have a couple of different open forums for students and really anybody in the general public, if I can speak tonight, goodness gracious, to come out to hear from our different candidates. We have 4, and so we got to hear a little bit about them, and incredibly excited about the different things that they can do to students in the College of Human Sciences in an incredible direction. So really excited about that. If you want dates, times, and locations for any of those open forums, if you're just curious and see what the dean selection is like, feel free to reach out to me if you need those dates to contact your school. Also, so we as our school's council, we're kind of set up a little bit different than many of your school's councils. So we actually oversee our College of Human Sciences ambassadors, and these are students who are liaisons between peers to administrators. They also work scholarship and development events, as well as work Talents Days and War Eagle Days to talk to incoming students. And so applications for those are out. We are doing some information sessions this coming week, one on Wednesday at noon and on Thursday at 5. So if you know any students in human sciences, encourage them to come out to those and learn about this incredible opportunity. I know working with the ambassadors has been one of my favorite parts of being in human sciences, and many of the ambassadors share that same affection. So highly recommend that anybody in human sciences apply. It's a wonderful opportunity. And lastly, something that we introduced in our ambassadors meetings beginning this week, because we actually have a meeting today at 5:15, that I wanted to kind of share with you to take back to your respective schools councils, is we decided to have different departments in human sciences come in and talk during our meetings. So whether that be the Care Center, which is home to our nonprofit and philanthropy studies, or different departments that we may not be familiar with. I know me in human sciences and nutrition knows nothing about apparel design or merchandising. So getting to hear from all those different people about different things that we have in human sciences so that we can better serve our constituents, maybe something that I'll think about bringing to your schools council.
Liberal arts? Nursing?
Rel Nursing. So just an exciting update is that the Auburn School of Nursing ambassadors were chosen this past Friday. So that's really, really exciting. We're looking forward to working with them. We got some exciting news
pharmacy is in the top 20% of pharmacy schools in the United States, which is really cool. Students in this pharmacy school pursue a 4-year degree or an 8-year degree, 4-year being a Doctor of Pharmacy or a PharmD, 8-year being a PharmD and a PhD. So those are the two options that you can pursue. A fun fact is that we have over 20 different organizations and clubs within the pharmacy school that advocate for different fields of pharmacy, such as compounding, pediatric pharmacy, pharmacists that are interested in residencies, things like that. And a cool new thing that we're doing is we have the early adjournment program. So for me, and maybe you guys know this, you take the PCAT to get into pharmacy school, just like you take the MCAT to get into medical school. Well, our early assurance program works with incoming college students. That way, they don't have to take the PCAT; they just have to make like really incredible grades and do like a bunch of other like pharmacy advocacy events. So that's kind of really cool for people, especially with like testing disorders like ADHD, ADD, or dyslexia. Working with those students with that early assurance program. So, like I said, the PharmD program, which is what most of our students do, we only probably have like 8 to 10 PharmD PhD students. The majority of our students are just PharmD students. There are about 150 pharmacy students per class. 25 of them are on the Wills campus, and the rest of the 125 are on Auburn's campus. You do 3 years of school in the classroom setting, and then you do 1 year, full year rotations. And this can be at any practice site, rotating throughout the state of Alabama. Something cool that you can do is there are opportunities for postgraduate residencies and fellowships. So a fun tidbit about the Harrison School of Pharmacy is that we had 59 residents, or 59 P4s placed in the 2018 school year, which was the highest rate of any pharmacy school in the United States, and the highest for Harrison School of Pharmacy in history. Also, in 2018, Auburn University was upgraded to an R1 research university, which some of you may know. R1 research, we were an R2, we're now an R1. What that is, it just means that we're a doctoral university with the highest level of research activity. So it's a huge deal, and what you guys may or may not know is that we do have pharmacy research building out off of, what's that road called? I don't know what it's called. Over there by the Harrison School, right over there. So all of our drug discovery and development professors hang out over there designing drugs. And then, let's see. Okay, so something cool that we do, our new curriculum started 2 years ago. It's called the Practice Ready Curriculum. Basically what we're trying to do is make our student pharmacists ready for their rotations and ready to be a pharmacist when they come out of pharmacy school. So what we do is we work in teams, because pharmacists work on the healthcare team. You work in a team your entire 4 years, and you have your own team room. So each of us has our own team room, and in these rooms you do like group projects, group assignments, whatever, meet with mentors via our little Skype thing on the computer, TV. So that's a team room, if you'll click next. The other thing about the Practice Ready curriculum is that we start off learning, a lot of these photos are of me, I'm really sorry. We start off learning things right from the beginning so that we can use them practice ready. So we start learning disease states along with the drugs with their foundational knowledge. We start learning these with respect to their local prevalence. So we start learning about hypertension or high blood pressure, diabetes, cholesterol first, before we move into like meningitis, right? Because that's really common in the state of Alabama. So that's what our student pharmacist needs to know. And we do that because our student pharmacists see patients. I have 3 patients of my own that I work with their healthcare providers and manage their drug therapy regimen, which is really unique. Throughout our curriculum, we're tested by written tests, and we're also tested by verbal tests, which is kind of unique. So we have these verbal tests, they're called OSCEs. I don't know what that stands for, it's mnemonics or something. But basically, you go into a room and there's a fake actor patient, we call them a standardized patient, and they have some sort of problem, and like we have to fix it as their community or hospital pharmacist. So that's pretty cool. And then we also have our lab that you can see here. And we do like all kinds of things in the lab. We compound throughout the summer and all the way through our 4th year. And over the summer, we have 3-week rotations. After your P1 year, it's in the community pharmacy setting. After your P2 year, it's in the hospital pharmacy setting. So that's really unique for that 3 weeks. Okay, and the other cool thing is that we have the AUPCC inside of our building, which is just a pharmacy clinic for faculty and staff and local community members of Auburn to come in. So we do have a functional community and compounding pharmacy in our building. So will you show the other side? Oh yeah, that's our class, and then that's my team from last semester, so you can see my team and how we do our class. And then we've got a razor. And then our operating president wrote down 2 things that he wanted me to share with you guys in paragraph form. So yeah, we participated in Welcome Week. And Finals Week, we have like coffee and donuts and Chick-fil-A sandwiches for our students. We do a lot of health fairs. This helps our students practice what they learn in the classroom to actual patient settings, aside from our individual patients that we have. We did have a really cool dean challenge. The dean had like this health challenge where you weighed in at the beginning and you weighed in at the end, and like you docked how many like physical fitness minutes you did during the week, which was really fun. And actually, I believe we're partnering with the nursing school next year to collaborate with them on that, so it's really fun. And then also we have the Apothecary Ball, which is like pharmacy school formal. And that's actually this coming weekend. And it's really fun because it's not just pharmacy students, it's alumni and donors and faculty members. So it's like you kind of like get to have a beer or a glass of wine or whatever with your professors, which is really cool. Let's see. Oh yeah, okay, we partnered with Red Cross to do blood drive. We have over 300 people in here in this room. And the other fun thing that we do is called Heartbreak Day, which we have coming up actually this Wednesday. And it's like our field day. And you participate by class. So my class, our name is like This Means Warfarin. And which if you don't know what warfarin is, it's blood thinner. But anyways, you do like tug of war and like I don't know, there's like a pentathlon where you have to do like dizzy bat and like run across the field or something. So it's a lot of fun activities. We compete by class and then also against our faculty. So that's it. That's the nursing school pharmacy. Please, do y'all have any questions or anything? No? Okay, cool. Let me know.
All right, next we're moving reports from standing committees. So if anybody didn't get an email from that, come tell me after this about committees, but for now we're going to move into the reports. So start with academic affairs.
Patel Engineering. So for this year, I'll be serving as the academic affairs chair, and we're going to be having a meeting with our committee this week, next week, sometime soon, and setting goals for this upcoming year. But I also want to extend those out to you guys. So if y'all have any suggestions for goals that we can have for the upcoming year, anything that y'all want to see done, short term, long term, please reach out to me. I'm going to be doing the same with cabinet. As one of our emphasis for this year is going to be collaborating with cabinet. So if y'all have anything, just please email me.
All right, budget and finance.
City Business. Thank you, Mr. President. Really excited to work with the new members of the Budget and Finance Committee. Just want to read off those names so you know exactly who they are. We have Sam Strunk, Kennedy Gill, Rhett Wagner, Sam Nunn, Wells Rutland, and Will Beatty. And really looking forward to getting to work with those fellow Senate members, and really excited to get our goals set. We've tentatively decided to meet Thursdays at 5 o'clock. For the time being, that will change. As soon as it changes, we will let y'all know, because we really want to encourage our fellow members in the Senate to be in attendance at some of these, just so you understand the inner workings of the budget for your fellow constituents and how it affects them. And also, I encourage other people as well, if they have any questions about the budget, they can certainly come talk to any of us or come see a meeting in action. But yeah, really excited.
All right, cousin laws.
Ward Liberal Arts. I'm really excited about starting my position this year. It's going to be interesting. We're meeting at 7 o'clock on Wednesday mornings. I know that's really early. But if you're looking to get up early and join us, we'd love to have you. We're going to start this next meeting off by just setting goals for the year and rolling right into reading the codes. And I'm looking forward to it.
inclusion and diversity.
Awesome, Chris Sam. First, I don't have everybody's names on the list, but it's going to be a great committee. I'm super excited to get to work with everybody on inclusion and diversity. Also, if you're on ID, please meet with me after Senate for like 5 minutes. We gotta work some stuff out. I'm sorry, y'all. I promise I'm not this unorganized. But I'm really excited to get to work with everybody. We're going to meet sometime this week, so I'll report back next week with the goals that we have set. And kind of like he said, if you have any suggestions of goals that we should keep in mind when planning for what we're going to do this term, please feel free to reach out to me. Thanks.
All right, student affairs.
Oh, I'm excited to work with some of the members from the Student Affairs Committee. Following the meeting, if you would, please meet with me so that we can narrow down a time for our weekly meetings. And as Sheila said earlier, any of you all have any ideas or any goals that you want Student Affairs to push for, please feel free to reach out to us. And this Wednesday, IC is having their benefit night at Moe's Barbecue from 7 to 8 p.m. Hope to see all of y'all there.
All right, cool. All right, next we're going to move into reports of special committees, liaisons, starting with ISO. Student vet.
Jackson Student Voters. So our new president and vice president just got in at the beginning of this month, and they wanted me to tell y'all that they want to thank the Auburn community. So if y'all can tell your constituents for all the continued support, everything y'all give to us. So they want to start a campaign to start giving back. So if any of your organizations or anybody needs anything done, like whether it be manpower, like if I come out there and help do something, just let us know. Give us a call and we'll send it over. Okay? Thank you.
Honors.
Christopher, Honors College. So nominations for our executive officers close on Sunday at 5 o'clock. So we are looking forward to selecting those new exec members.
All right. Next we're moving to current orders of business. Seeing there is none, we will now move to future orders of business. Okay.
I'm in Home Sciences. So presenting the first bill of our Senate term, so it's really exciting to get to this point. I'm going to go on and put out the bill for confirming our executive vice presidents. So as you can see, all the ones that are elected per the code, we have to confirm them by 2/3 Senate vote. So you can see all their names up here. Last but not least, they come in and talk about the goals that they have. If you have any questions about this bill throughout the course of the week, please let me know. And moving right along to the next one. So you heard from our assistant vice presidents tonight as well. I know some more of them will be coming in next week. All of their names are listed here, the different positions that they'll be serving in. So also for the code, you have to confirm them as well. So if you have any questions about this bill also, please feel free to reach out to me throughout the course of the week. And I look forward to voting on this next week.
Is there any debate on any of that? Do you have any questions? Question.
Framework engineering. Did we fill all the AVP positions? Do you know? Sorry.
Yeah.
They are all filled. Great.
Sure. Any other questions? Okay, so yeah, these will move in for next week. So the date is such, and this will be voted on for next week's meeting. All right, so that's it in terms of orders of business. We'll now move to announcements. I'll make a couple announcements. One thing is, Andrew, that's you go first.
So Human Sciences. So this is a report of the executive committee. First and foremost, thank y'all for electing me into this position. I'm so incredibly humbled that y'all trusted me with this position because I know how much weight it carries in the Senate body. So thank you, and thank you. I really do appreciate y'all, and that really, really means a lot to me. So kind of going forward, as you can see, we've selected all of our committee chairs and solidified them. So we're very excited to work with this team throughout the course of this year. If you have any questions about who's on which committee, please feel free to let me know. If you need a point of contact with another committee, I'm here to help. So talking about absences, so a lot of that has to do with the role kind of administrative stuff. So I get to handle everybody's absences. So the process for how that's going to work, if you know you're going to miss a meeting, or if you get sick and you miss a meeting, or anything like that, the way that process is going to work is you need to email me and CC Carlos and then we'll take that excuse and whatever like documentation you submitted along with it to the Senate Executive Committee. They'll vote on it, and then I'll email y'all notifying whether or not it was excused or unexcused. So some of you submitted absences for the March 4th meeting, so you kind of got to see how that worked. But for future reference, if any of you are going to miss a meeting, that's kind of what that process is going to look like. Speaking of absences, so we kind of got into how we're going to handle excuses this year for absences, and we're going to kind of follow closely to the class attendance and examination policy. So that's going to be things like if you're sick, if you have a doctor's note, that'll be excused. If somebody unfortunately passed away in your family, that will be excused. Trips for academics, classes, or sports, religious holidays, subpoenas for court attendance, or any other reason the instructor, or in this case, the executive committee, is appropriate. So that's the university policy, so we're going to kind of be sticking as close to that as possible. So keep that in mind if you have to miss a Senate meetings like other organizations or anything like that, because it may or may not be excused depending on what the Senate executive committee votes on. And before anybody points fingers at me, I don't know how to shut up. So if your excuse does not get excused, look at your committee chair. Not me. I'm just the messenger. So we are going to start implementing a couple of different things that y'all need to be on the radar for. So all of you will need to have attended a Senate Executive Committee meeting by the end of the semester. So it looks like we have about 4 left. Those are going to be on Thursdays at 5:30. If you have like any kind of conflict, whether that be work or class or lab, please reach out to me like ASAP, because that I will be documenting like who all is there. So just keep that on your radar for the next couple of weeks that you will need to attend a meeting this semester as well as in the fall of next year. So just kind of be aware of that. Also, we're going to start office hours this week. So the way office hours are going to work, that's a time for you to engage with constituents, work on any kind of Senate material. I know I use a lot of my office hours, especially up this week for committee-based work. So you're going to spend an hour in the involvement suite. There's going to be a binder up there, which isn't currently up there. We're kind of trying to put that down right now. But there's going to be a binder up there for you to fill out, really like labeled by all of your colleges. So it's pretty self-explanatory. So that'll be what you use for your involvement suite office hour. But for your college office hour, you're actually going to go spend time in the different academic buildings in your college. I talked a little bit about that in my speech a couple of weeks ago and making that process more efficient. But as of right now, you kind of pick a spot, you do an office hour, engage with constituents, attend college-based events, and then you'll fill out a Google form that I'll send out to y'all this week. So I'll get that in the email this week, so you can look after that. And I'll be checking office hours after Senate meetings every Monday. So if you haven't filled out the book by next Monday, and you don't want to like get further than absence taken away from you, meet me upstairs for the book. So that's going to be how that works. Also, we're going to start setup committees. I promise this is my last one. I know we kind of wanted it, but got a lot to cover. So setup committees are going to start next week. So basically how that's going to work is it's going to be a rotating schedule for each committee. So say for example, Inclusion University starts setup committee next week. They're going to get here about 7 o'clock, 7:15 to help set up like do things like pass out agendas and active parents. Because as you all know, that's a very involved process. So like let's say IND does it next week, student affairs will do it the week after next. It'll kind of be like on a rotating schedule like that. So that'll be all through the rest of the semester, in the fall and on to the spring. So I'll be sending out that list to your different committee chairs on this Thursday, and then you all should have it so you can work on that in your calendars. I know I just covered a lot. Does anybody have any questions? Yes.
Where do the executive meetings meet?
Yes, so the one on Thursday is, I know we have different locations for each one. It's conference room BD, right?
The one this
Workspace.
Thursday will just be in the workspace.
So up in the involvement suite. And the different locations vary for the upcoming executive meeting. So if you have a question about like where it's going to be for the rest of the semester, I'll send that out to your committee chairs and I'll send it out to y'all's groupies if y'all have those set up.
When does it meet?
Thursdays at 5:30. Anybody else have any questions?
Is there a dress code for this?
No, it's coming to you. Any more questions?
Are there set like times for office hours that you do the academic, your college one and involvement suite one, or you just get it done in?
Yeah, office hours are just kind of like a free-for-all, so you just get it done when you get it done. Okay.
That's something you want to do, like if you want to say, tell us like your, everybody in your college, I'll be in this place at this time, you can do that, but, yeah.
Yes.
Do you know where the Senate exec meetings are going to be?
So the one this Thursday is going to be in the workspace. I know they kind of alternate conference rooms for the rest of the semester. So like I mentioned, I'll go on and like narrow down the, like you have listed as locations. Also, those out to your committee chairs to share in the different please like call me, beat me, reach me. Like, I promise you, I'm here to help you and here to be a resource to you during your time as a senator. So that's it from me.
Alright, any other announcements? Any other? Okay, so now Christian's gonna talk to y'all about Box for those that.
Awesome. So, who here has ever used Box before? Awesome. Good. Most of the rooms. This will be a pretty quick review. Box is SGA's digital storage system. So, a lot of the work y'all are going to be doing with other senators from your school or college and your committee, y'all are going to be doing a lot of this remotely. And this Box allows y'all to all be able to work together on the same project, really at the same time, to be able to upload what y'all have worked on, so that it can be preserved for future groups. So a great thing about Box is that it has unlimited storage, and so we really want y'all to be using Box, to be uploading documents, especially pertaining to SGA. So later tonight, each of y'all is going to get an email from me giving you access to your specific committee's folder. So for example, right now I have the Student Affairs folder up on the screen, and so we'll just kind of walk through what the Student Affairs folder looks like, just to give y'all a quick overview of how this works, and we'll continue to work with your committee chairs, and I'm here to help y'all as y'all transition to Box these next couple of weeks. But as you can see, this here is the Student Affairs folder, so every committee will have their own folder, and you can see the way that the previous group organized it is they organized it by year. So if you want to see everything that was done from the Student Affairs Committee that I had uploaded all the way back to 2013, we have that here. So the biggest kind of thing to remember with Box is we do have unlimited storage with it. So please do not delete anything, because a lot of times you'll have groups that come in and want to look into a new project or initiative, and we've actually, it's something that we've looked into before and another group has researched. And so if you don't delete anything, that research will be preserved, and it's going to really help each of y'all be able to work smarter this year. So if you look into last year's Senate Affairs team, they divided it up into several categories, and then if you keep going down, here's specific projects that they worked on, as well as just different areas that they had covered. And so one thing that's important to remember with Box is it works somewhat like scaffolding. So once you have access to all of the Student Affairs folder, you have access to all of the folders within it. But if I were to just give you access to the 2018-2019 folder, you would get everything within this folder here, but then you wouldn't have access to anything in the 2013 or 15 or any of these other folders. And so that's important to note, because through Box you can also, if you want to use it to upload other things, so I have a personal folder, and so y'all can use that to upload classwork and other things outside of SGA, but just keep in mind when you make it, if you make it with inside one of like the Student Affairs folder, then everyone else within Student Affairs is going to have access to that folder that you've created. And so we'll send this out to y'all, like I said, later tonight. Encourage y'all to really just spend the next week, and even your time in your first committee meetings, looking through your folders just to see what all is there, and really familiarize yourself with past projects that your committees have worked on. Like I said, just please do not delete anything. Every folder also has an archive folder, which is pretty much the miscellaneous. We couldn't quite figure out where it went, but we didn't want to delete it folder because we don't want to delete anything. And so if you don't think it belongs, just move it on over to the archive folder, because we have the capacity to keep it. I know that was a very quick SparkNotes version of Box. I'll send out an email tonight with a little bit more instructions from it. But right now, does anyone just have any overarching questions for the group? Sweet. So with that, be on the lookout for that email. And if y'all have any questions about Box, let me know. One thing I did forget to mention is I know a lot of y'all like to work out of Google Docs and Google Sheets. The great thing about Box is it actually has the capacity to communicate with Google Docs. There's just an editor step where you click here when you're creating something, and so instead of creating a new folder, you would go down here and you would click on Google Docs and Google Sheets, depending on what you're wanting to do. So if you'd like to work through there, all you have to do is basically give Box the ability to then go into your Google Drive and then access a specific folder within your Google Drive. So it's an extra step, but happy to talk through that with each of y'all. So thank y'all for that. I'll turn it back over to Carlos.
All right. So are there any other announcements? All right. So one thing that we need to talk about tonight is this test. We're going to kind of review a little bit on what we need to know, because there were a couple questions that could have been maybe worded better, so I gave them to you. But we still had a little bit of issues with, I guess, everyone getting the 90%. So what we're gonna do is go over this, and then I'm gonna add more questions to it, give you a little bit more of a chance to get the 90%, and also you'll be taking them in your committee meeting. So I'll have them for your committee chairs, and then they will administer the testing. But before then, we need to kind of go over some stuff. And this will take, like 10, 15 minutes. Just make sure we're tuned in, making sure we know exactly what we're going to go through. If you want, I have your test graded as well. So after this, I can call your names out and send that to you as well. So we're going to start, and I'm going to go over this as well. One by one. We're going to start with legislation. And this will be interactive as well. So if you have any questions, just let me know. One of the questions that came up with this one, so the types of legislation, one question was, what does PSSB stand for, which is the one I threw out. Some people just put bill, and some people put what it stands for, but PSS stands for Proposed Student Senate, and then B, bill, or Proposed Student Senate, R, resolution, and the same, Proposed Student Senate commendation, and then C. So when I asked what does PSSB stand for, I meant all of it, not maybe some people just thought that I meant the last part, but they meant bill with that. So that's the 3 types of legislation. That's also a question that was on here for number 13. Most everybody, I feel like, got that one. And then the path to the floor, I feel like everybody had that one as well. But just to clarify, is you as a senator make it, and then you go to report it to the standing committee or a committee, the one that you're in or the one that the bill is going to be addressing. Then that is sent to the executive committee. It'll be reviewed to make sure not the content is right, but that it lines up with the code of laws and constitution. And if approved in the executive committee, it will be brought to the Senate floor. So that's that. This is just more of a detailed version of what I just said, what a bill is, resolution and commendation, what they, how you title them. So modifying code of laws, like we said, appointments, like we spoke about, that'll be future orders for next week. These are bills, allocating funds, all of that. Resolutions, as you see, service unified student voice, and I'll make sure I'll send this out as well at the end in the minutes. But resolutions, serving unified student voice, majority and opinion of the student senate, and it'll be presented to whoever is necessary after that. Commendations, acknowledge and congratulate and recognize worthy merits on behalf of the Auburn University student body, which we went through some of those examples during our mock senate. But if you have any questions on that and what is and is not bill, resolution, or commendations, you can just approach me with that. Any questions? And this was just how to title it and name it and make sure you have all the right information for the bill, who it goes to, what your name is, the title, like what the bill is basically trying to adjust. The date that it will arrive to the Senate is new business. If you want, can you go to the example that we have for the future order? If that's an issue. Well, yeah. You see what it says. I was going to give you an example so you can look at it, but we'll send out the bills as well, so you can kind of compare and see what is necessary and as the data that arrive as new business. So, yeah, and then the PSSB, and that's just the same for commendation and resolutions. Okay, so now this goes back to the steps that it takes more in detail. This was kind of an open-ended question, not open-ended, but some people kind of just wrote, senator and dash committee, or standing committee dash executive committee. That's fine, but just so we know exactly how the process goes, is basically what I just said in terms of step by step, a guideline on what to follow exactly. So, so, yep, just a note saying that what is necessary for it to be passed, 2/3 code of laws requires the change, or changing the code of laws requires 2/3 of the Senate, and the 2/3 of the Constitution, or vote for changing the Constitution is what is necessary to the whole student body. Any questions on that? Such as the election laws, referendums that from this past election, those were Constitution changes. All right, so you'll go back real quick, Ashley Pearson. Oh yeah, then that's just the routing order in terms of once it's passed, who signs off on it. So from me, then the SGA president, etc. So yeah, you're good. Okay, some people had it almost with this one, but it's Robert's Rules of Order. I could have emphasized that more maybe, but Robert's Rules of Order is the parliamentary procedure that we follow in the student senate meetings. Yeah, so I think that's basically it on that. Any questions? Cool. Chain of command. Again, this is, I don't know why font's so small, but this is how it goes again, just in detail in terms of what happens once it leaves the Senate. So you give it to the chair, then they send that to the President Pro Tempore, then me, I sign off, and it just goes off with the chain of command, basically. And as you see, the Auburn University President is at the top, so that's re-emphasizing how important it is for us to make sure we're having quality piece of legislation passed. Okay, email policy. There was also some questions with this because I think it included a little bit of extra stuff from the study guide. But when you're sending emails, make sure you're CCing myself, or the vice president, advisor, and your committee chair, and make sure you proofread them, try to respond within a fair time, typically 24 hours. And I don't know if you've had the chance, but also if you're for your signatures, try to change that. If you're emailing pertaining to somebody in the Senate, make sure you change your. There's a way I think on Outlook that you can have different options. So if you're emailing for Senate, you can click on that signature. Or if you're doing another organization, or just as a student to a teacher, you can change that as well. But yeah, just make sure you have that information, which is in the orientation. Just filling in all the other information. Okay, this was one that was missed a couple times. So the documents that govern Senate are the SGA Code of Laws and Constitution. I know we could talk about the Code of Laws a lot more probably than the Constitution, but that's the Constitution in terms of ranking. Constitution is first, and the Code of Laws is second. But yeah, that's that. Pretty sure, yeah, for the most part, we're good on the committees, and now I hope that you're now appointed to these committees, you'll be able to remember them a little bit more. But here they are with that, including the executive committee. So make sure, it says 6 on the test. Maybe some people only saw 5 or something and left out executive committee, but that's that. That's just the executive officers and their names. Here's more. So there are 34 senators. I believe everybody got that correct. You're allowed 3 absences before membership is forfeited, and Senate excuses must be turned into the President Pro Temp 24 hours before the missed meeting. Senator Huntley just spoke on that, and the process on how to get your excuses turned in and everything. There was some debate on questions with that. For the most part, the answer to that was if you miss a student Senate meeting, that would count as a whole absence, which the question was, give an example of a situation that would count as a whole absence. The general answer with that would be missing the Senate meeting with no valid excuse, but you can also add up the office hours that you miss with that math as well, or committee meetings also. You'll go back one more time. Go back. Senate is legislative branch. I know. I think executive was put a couple times, and so judicial. Judicial, I can see where it's confusing because it's kind of a little bit of the same process, but Senate is underneath the legislative branch. Myself, I'm president of the Student Senate, serving as vice president of SGA, and now Ada Ruth Huntley is the president pro tem. That's now in the study guide. Make sure you copy. I just spoke on who to copy on all emails. Office hours, that was the other one I threw out. So I threw out the what does PSSB stand for, or gave it to you. What does PSSB stand for? And then the other one was where do you log office hours? Some people put both, which was on the Google form and upstairs. Some people just put one or the other. So I just kind of counted it if you had one or the other with that. But we'll clarify all that type of stuff on the next test. But the answer is, there's the suite in the binder like Senator Huntley just spoke about, and then the second way is through the Google form. Yeah, and then I just spoke on the Constitution and Code of Laws, which govern SGA. There's again, just saying it again for a reminder, parliamentary procedure. We follow Robert's Rules of Order. Quorum is 2/3, minimum number of members present, and we can still conduct Senate. If that is not met, we cannot conduct the meeting at that time. 13 is what I spoke on, the Code of Laws could work on clarifying in terms of when a bill goes into effect, because some people say that it's, like I said, when Mary Margaret signs off, but some people, it's a discrepancy in terms of if it's when Mary Margaret or the president signs off, or when it's passed on the floor. So that probably, you just clarify that. A resolution in particular, we speak on what exactly that is. So just make sure you know the definitions kind of what each piece of legislation is. And then here again is what the H stand for. So when it's, again, if it says what does PSSB stand for in full or whatever, I'll work on the words, but the full for PSS blank, make sure it's including what the SS stands for, what PSS stands for. The next one for this says example for that. That was kind of, I guess, I remember there was some discrepancies with that as well, but I was asking for the details in terms of the date. I'm trying to remember what exactly the answers were that people gave. Some people maybe just said it was the third bill of the night or whatever, but yeah, in particular, when I asked him what PSSB in full stands for, and then what the number stands for, what would be right is to say, I guess, let me see exactly. This is the first order of business, first piece of legislation in the order of business on the date October 23rd, 2019. So just being more exact and specific with that. And then the bonus, y'all ain't on the bonus as much, but I mean, it's serving, promoting the individual student, unifying all that as well. So that was another opportunity to give a point back from one that we missed. But I believe that was all that was covered on this test. The SGA advisor is Pearson Brown. Again, I know y'all getting more comfortable with his name, but yeah, it's Pearson Brown. Yeah, I think that was about it in terms of exactly on what was on this test, anything that was covered. We went through everything through this review just now. Yeah. Commendation is not recommendation. Some people had RE before commendation is C. Commendation. I'm just trying to make sure I get everything that y'all may have any questions about. So yeah, that's the review. Like I said, we're gonna go through that. Yeah, I'm gonna redo the test a little bit and then give them to the committee chairs, and then in your first meeting, you can retake it. And then I don't want y'all to fail. I'm trying to get y'all in the process. So yeah, any questions? Did that go too fast? I just want to do a quick rundown on that.
So everyone retaking it?
Yeah, everybody's going to retake it. It's just the easiest thing to do. Because it was out of 17, because I had to toss some of the questions out, it was kind of, it's hard to get 90%. So the more questions you add, it's going to make that a little easier as well. So yeah, I'll work with you. Any other questions? No? Okay, cool. I have a couple other announcements. But yeah, like I said, just study that. We'll send this out again. And if you have any questions of something that may be on the test that you may feel like not prepared for, just let me know, and I'll let you know. So yeah, my other announcements: Senate next week will not be in here. It'll be in Brown 239. So if y'all want to write that down, and then be in the minutes as well. I know it's April 1st, so it's not an April Fool's joke. It actually won't be in here because of some other events. Final lecture. Which will be from 7:30 to 7:50. So still get here at 7:30, or get to Brown 239 at 7:30. But we'll probably still start around 8 or so because of just the stuff that's going on before. But still get here, like I said, at the same time for purposes in terms of attendance purposes. And you'll get that information, and we'll send some more as well. So that's April 1st next week. Anybody, can I get that? Cool. All right, another announcement, so, it's about that time where we take headshots outside to update the website and everything and get all y'all stuff updated. So we'll be taking headshots April 8th, 2019, so make sure you're, dressed appropriately. I mean, everybody's been doing a pretty good job, but that we're actually on to a T in terms of what we got on, because it'll be you on the website. So all that information will be updated once we get the web developer and all that, but that is the day we'll be taking those pictures, April 8th, 2019. Yeah, if anybody has any adjustments that they can't do, we'll send out the link to Meet the Senator sign up. I'm also going to send out that link that I have from Julianne for the safety walk sign up, so if anybody can do that, that'll all be in the minutes. And yeah, so are there any other questions? Any questions?
Are the headshots during that?
They'll be after. Before, yeah. After cabinet, before Senate. Yeah, get in like, I'll let y'all know.
We'll send something, but I would guess plan on, if you're able to, get in here about 30 to 45 minutes.
But it'll be full. Yeah, it'll be after. It'll be dark outside. Any other questions? Okay. So with that, we're gonna, if you keep out the eye clickers, we're gonna click out, just make sure you're here. Just click out, press A, and not gotcha. No, second. All right, seeing no more business, this meeting's adjourned. Like I said, someone that can maybe last year.
Yeah, I know what happened.
That's just the part.
Just shoot me.
I think I do have Hey, if anybody wanted to get their test that's still here, just